You overdo fat burners, like a fat burner, you don't die. DNP is to the point that if you overdo it, there's no reversing it. You literally cook from the inside out and die. Boom! Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and click on the link in the description box below to sign up for the Tiger Fitness newsletter. Within a week of publishing this video, we will give out a $50 gift card to tigerfitness.com to one lucky person who does all of these steps. Boom! What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com, CEO MTS Nutrition, DNP. A drug I have been historically not a fan of, and even more so now. And the reason being is that the difference between you overdo fat burners, like a fat burner, you don't die. DNP is to the point that if you overdo it, there's no reversing it. You literally cook from the inside out and die. And I know that people will argue when taking insane doses that, hey, it's safe, it's this, it's that. At the end of the day, anything that if you double the dose can burn you from the inside out, I'm not a fan of. And also, DNP is something that enhances fat loss. Fat loss isn't muscle growth. Anybody can lose fat. You just have to be diligent and you have to be strict with your diet, your training, and your cardio. Now, let me go into this. This is from dailymail.co.uk. And the title is Father 25 who is desperate for a beach body, okay, was given just hours to live after overdosing on diet pills, DNP, that cooked his body from the inside. Lewis Brown from Suffolk became obsessed with working out. He took steroid to go from a healthy 10 stone to 15 and a half stone. He took it further by having a large amount of fat burners, aka DNP, in one day. Essentially, he took 3 pills in the morning, didn't feel it, took 5 pills later. They didn't say exact dosing. He was hospitalized. His family were told he had hours to live. After a miraculous recovery, he is warning people of the dangers of DNP. Now, in this process, he literally had to have a section of his leg taken out, removed, because necrosis and the muscle straight up died. So here's the deal with DNP, guys. There's a lot of fringe people online, and some of them I'm actually friendly with. However, that doesn't mean we have to agree on things. I think DNP is a shortcut, and a risky shortcut at that. I do not think anyone needs or should ever use DNP. DNP creates fat loss. It creates fat loss by uncoupling. Creates fat loss by causing your body, basically, it depletes ATP in the cells, depletes energy, and essentially, boom, your metabolism goes crazy. I go into uncoupling and all that it causes. At the end of the day, you start uncoupling things. Again, anything that causes your body to cook from the inside out, I don't think we need a scientific explanation. Doesn't matter how it works, what it does, or the mechanism of action. At the end of the day, if you overdose this, if you fuck up just once, it's like insulin. Insulin and DNP are 2 things I would never recommend. Now, insulin, if you overdose that, normally you could catch it and you can just take carbohydrate. And I'm not saying that's how it works, but I'm saying there is a mechanism to reverse what happens with insulin. With DNP, what happens? If you overdose it, the best method they have is charcoal. Activated charcoal will go in and help absorb that. However, if they're just a little bit too late, you're cooked from the inside out. And like this man, best case scenario, he beat it somehow. However, he still lost a portion of his leg because his muscle died. Here is the thing. Insulin is used by bodybuilders to get really, really, really fucking big. Insulin is the most anabolic hormone you could put into your body. That you get size that you can't get. I mean, you can't. However, DNP makes you lean. We can all diet and get shredded. We don't need DNP. If you're gonna do drugs, you can kind of make a small case for T3, things like that, thyroid enhancers. But do you really need to take a deadly pill like DNP? Sure, you'll get done in a week what you would in 8 weeks of dieting, but come on, guys. Part of the process of getting shredded is the journey. It's challenging yourself. It's eating less food. It's measuring your food. It's being diligent. It's being disciplined. And what DNP does, it's a shortcut that can lead to a shortcut on your life. I do not believe anyone should use DNP. I believe it is irresponsible to recommend anyone use DNP. I can see the comments below, it's Darwinism, this guy deserved to die. This man's a father, okay? This man could have done the same thing with dietary restriction. DNP is the definition of shortcut at all costs. Not everybody, look, no one's going to argue that steroids are inherently risky. But you're never going to reach steroid-like gains without steroids, right? Insulin is risky as fuck. But we can also argue steroids and insulin combined will lead to more gains than if you didn't take them. DNP leads to fat loss. Diet leads to fat loss. The only difference is you're not going above your genetics in fat loss. You're simply speeding it up. Guys, do not do DNP. Don't do it. Don't try it. Don't even consider it. It's a bad choice. There's better ways around it. There's diet, there's training, there's cardio, anything but something that could cook you from the inside out. I appreciate you guys watching. Kids, don't do DNP. That's not a game.